Hey everyone, it's Whitney. Welcome to my channel. A long time no see, but I'm going to show you guys my go-to makeup look today. Honestly, filming in this room is so difficult. I'm in a new room than I was last semester. I don't have a desk, so I don't have anywhere to sit. So I'm sitting on a mattress right now, and my tripod is like between the wall and the bed. There's just no way to make it work unless I stand up the whole time, but if you know me, I don't like standing. And like, it's not a pretty background or anything, but I can't do anything more. But like I said, I'm gonna be doing my go-to makeup look for you guys. I've been doing this a lot and it's super simple and easy, and you guys will like it. So yeah, and as always, I missed filming, so I'm excited for this video. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so to prep the face, lately I have really been loving this Mercier, the Perfect Cream Multitasking Moisturizer. This is perfect for using before makeup. And then on top, I'm going to go in with the Glossier Future Dew Oil Serum Hybrid. This is awesome to give you a really nice glow, and it's also a really good makeup primer. Okay, now this. So for foundation, I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation. I've talked about this before. I have mine in the shade 7 Medium, but I just really like this. I feel like it's perfect coverage without it feeling heavy on your skin. This is also a good shade for me right now because I'm not like actually tanned. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia. So I just go in the inner corner of my eye and then run the excess on the outer corner like that. You guys have probably seen this technique on TikTok. This technique really is my favorite, and I haven't stopped using it since I found this technique. And then I just put a little bit on my chin and my forehead, not too much because I don't want it to be cakey, but just a little bit to brighten. And then this is my favorite concealer brush. I don't know if I've talked about this, but it's the Real Techniques 421 brush. Has this really nice angle, and it just blends in the concealer perfectly. I really recommend it, and it's really affordable. Okay, so can you see that? We didn't even put that much concealer on, just on the inner corner and the outer corner, and it looks so nice and brightened and lifted. It's a perfect shade. You can really see how much concealer does for your face. And then I just run the excess, whatever is on the brush, in the crevices of my nose and under, because I do get a little red there sometimes. For cream bronzer, I have a few that I actually rotate between now, when I used to really only use one. But I really like this. A lot of people like this, but it's the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked. They have different shades, I'm pretty sure. This shade is perfect. It's not too warm, it's not too cool toned. It's just the perfect in between for my skin tone. I'm just gonna tap this above my cheekbone. You don't want to drag it too much down, or else your face can start to look a little droopy, and we want to lift the face. But I put this straight on the brush because I feel like putting this straight on the face can ruin your foundation sometimes. That doesn't happen with everything, but I just like to be safe and put it straight on the brush. And then the way I apply is I tap, because I think that I get a little bit more control over where I'm putting it, because if I'm just swiping, like, I feel like I can go anywhere. So when I tap, I can get it exactly where I want. Okay, so that's cream bronzer. With cream bronzer, I just take whatever is left on the brush and just literally run it on the bridge of my nose. I don't like actually contour. Okay, for blush I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Nearly Apricot Melting Blush. Rare Beauty is so good. I have some other products that I use. These blushes are really, really good. I only have this shade, but the formula and literally just the packaging and the shades, everything is so beautiful. But I am just putting this cream blush. I know a lot of people only put their blush on the outside of the cheekbone, like starting right here, and they skip the apple. People do that so their face doesn't look as round, and my face is super oval sometimes to the point where I don't like it. And so I think putting it right at the tops of the cheeks, not down here, but at the tops of the cheeks, I just like the way it makes my face look. It's not going to be for everybody, but I do like my blush basically everywhere. And then I always run a little bit over the center of my nose and to the sides, kind of to connect it, but just a little bit. It's not very noticeable. Next is liquid highlight or cream highlight, whatever. This is seriously my favorite thing on planet Earth. I can't tell you the last time. I thought something was coming in. I can't tell you the last time I didn't use this when I did my makeup. Ever since I got it, it is essential in my makeup. And this is the Rare Beauty Mesmerize Liquid Luminizer. When you take it out, there's quite a bit on the applicator, and I literally wipe that all off. And there's kind of a little divot in there to hold some, and that's all you need. I put a few dots right here. You can already see how crazy it is. Okay. And then I just blend out immediately. I don't go over to the other side because I don't want it to dry. It's not like this intense, crazy highlighter. I mean, you could totally make it intense and crazy if you put a lot on and layered it up. But it looks so beautiful and radiant and healthy. It's not like a glazed donut vibe, you know? And you really only need a little bit. And her products aren't even, they're so fairly priced. Next I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless finish powder in the shade medium 2. As you can see, I'm almost out. I've been trying to just make my way around the edges, but I'm just going to take a tapered brush and tap this under the eyes, and I don't want to get on this highlighter right here, so I'm going to try and be very concentrated in the areas that I want it to go. And this powder, if you've tried it, you know how good it is, but it just sets everything very well with also blurring and brightening and smoothing. It's actually the perfect powder, and this is one of those things that is 1000% worth the money because I've also had this for so long and I still have more left. But I go right under the eyes, and then I just go on the chin, right in the middle of the forehead where I place some concealer. And then I also go on my smile lines. I'm looking in the monitor right now. And then for powder all over the face, I've been using this more recently. It's the Laura Geller Baked Elements Foundation in Golden Medium. On the cheek, I go below the highlight. I don't touch the highlight because I want to keep that glow. So I basically go everywhere but there. For contour, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with Hoola Caramel by Benefit. Love this bronzer. Very pigmented though, so make sure to tap off your brush and just use it sparingly, please. Just trust me. I've made some mistakes with this bronzer. Make sure to get that forehead. Even if you don't want to shorten your forehead, I would always just add at least a little bit right at your hairline, just so your face looks like evenly tan. I just got some of these new Laura Mercier blushes. I think I'm going to use the shade Watermelon. This one's really pretty. This one has a little glow to it too, which I love in a blush. And then for highlighter, I'm using the McGrath Lab Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. I like this shade right here for this look. All the shades are really pretty. But you only need a little bit of this stuff, especially because you kind of already have a glow going on. I'm just adding a little bit. Skin is looking, in my opinion, fantastic. Okay, moving on to eyebrows. I have been using this and this only. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I have mine in the shade 2.5. This shade is perfect. But I'm going to skip over brows because brows are boring. Everybody's eyebrows are different. Everybody does them differently. But if you want to see me do my brows, just let me know. But I feel like people don't really care. So I'll be right back with brows. Back with brows. Looking better. I used the Kylie brow gel on top to set them. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to go in with, I always go in with this, okay? But it has my favorite brown shade to do shadow liner with. It also has an amazing black shade. So for shadow liner, I'll use one of these usually. And with this look, I'll do black or brown. But today I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to do brown. First, I'm going to take this shade right here, this matte tannish shade, and just run it on the lid and a little bit in the crease, not too much. Then I'm going to take this, my trusty Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH43. This is my favorite liner brush. I feel like I get a lot of questions about this, but it's just a flat top liner brush. It's not an angle. And ever since I started using this, that is when I mastered shadow liner. So I really suggest this brush. I know a lot of people use angled brushes. If that's easier for you, totally go with that. But if you're just trying to learn, I would totally get this brush. Or something like this, where it's just flat. So now I'm going to go in with that brown shade, and I'm just going to do a simple shadow liner. There is the liner. I don't bring it all the way in. I stop right about at my pupil. And then I'm just going to do the other eye. Try to make it as even as possible, but if we're being honest, who actually ever really gets it perfectly even? No one. Okay. So there's my two wings. Not perfectly even, but we don't care. So now I'm going to take a angled liner brush. Definitely get something a little bit smaller. You don't want something like, see how wide this is compared to that? You want to get something skinnier because this is going to make it way easier. But we're going to be doing the little inner corner triangle thing. I'm going to dip into the same shade, and then I'm going to point the angle this way to go along with my eye right here, as you can see. And all I'm going to do is tap and move towards my eye. You can already see it there. But definitely start lighter and then you can make it darker because you kind of want to almost trace it out first. So I make that point, as you can see, and then I kind of just fill it in. Like connect it to my lash line. Here it is. It's really not that hard. It kind of did take me a while to actually make it look good. It used to look kind of messy, but once I used this brush, it just made it so much easier. I promise. The brush like this is so worth it. So you want the top edge to be the part that's making the triangle, so make sure that is facing your nose. And then I'm just going to take whatever is left on the brush and really tightly put that on the lash line to connect it. but not anything too crazy. Like, I don't want it to be too opaque right there. I just want it to connect so it all looks seamless. What I do to spice it up and that I think looks really cute is adding a glitter. I'll show you some of the ones I use. For the glitter, I like to use these. These are the options. I don't like using something foiled, so I like using a glitter that doesn't really have a base. It's just the glitter and there's not like a color underneath. So this is the Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finisher. You could use something like that. This is the Touch and Soul Metalist Sparkling Foiled Pigment. You could use something like this, or any of the Kylie ones. I have a few of these. Okay, I'm gonna use the Touch and Soul one. This one is in the shade Cream Peach. I really like the shade. And then I'm just gonna use a tiny little flat shader brush like this. I'll show you guys this much more up close once I'm done. And then I also put this into the crease. Like, I literally swipe it into the crease, because I think that way it looks more like ethereal and angelic. I say this a lot, but I like when it gets into the crease. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, so can you see that? There's no color to it. It's just a bunch of little fine glitters. But then I go right under too. But yeah, that's literally this eye look. There's nothing special to it. It's just what I've been doing lately. So I feel like you can see that. Like, I literally bring the glitter up above my crease. But I think it looks just really pretty. I don't know. In my waterline, I'll either use the color of the wing that I did or white, but I'm gonna go with white today. I think that white really gives you a nice doll-eyed look, and it makes your eyes look bigger, so you're making them look almond with the really nice wing and inner corner, but also making them look bigger at the same time. So I think it looks really pretty. Okay, now I'm going to curl the lashes and then put on my NARS Climax mascara. And then on my bottom lashes, I literally only tap on the outside corner and I pull them out towards the wing so that my eyes will look more almond. Okay, so I'm going to line with Kylie Coconut. I have this little mini MAC lipstick, but it is like right when I got it, it quickly became my favorite lipstick. It is the Velvet Teddy lipstick. It's a very popular shade. I've just never tried it. And I just like put on a little bit because it's super matte. I just tap it on. But it's a really pretty color. Any gloss works, obviously, but I'm going to use the McGrath Love Potion lip gloss. So this is my go-to look right now, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, comment down below anything else you'd like to see from me, and make sure to check out my Instagram. As always, I'll see you in the next one.